and yet there were 47, I think it was, rebels in that vote a few weeks ago. Are you annoyed that you've been singled out? If I may say, you're not one of the usual suspects. You're not a natural rebel, really, although you have on this issue, and I think you've spoken out also on the winter fuel payments. What do you think about the fact that there's only 4 of you been suspended, that you appear to have been singled out as perhaps a ringleader of the rebels?
Well, first of all, I don't see myself as a rebel, but somebody that is prepared to fulfil my role here of holding the executive to account and speaking truth to power. And I'm somebody that is a bridge builder in life and really reaches in to a situation, and I hold my hand out to the Prime Minister and hope he takes that and wants to reach back, because I think it's really important that we work together. That's where the Labour Party came from. But, obviously choices have been made today. I'm not going to comment on that. But what I am saying is that there is a special purpose to the Labour Party, and that is to speak for those people in our society who have felt so disenfranchised because of 14 years of having broken public services and having an economy in tatters, and people are paying heavily for that. And of course, I want to see Labour succeed. I've fought so hard all my life for this party, and that will continue, because I believe that Labour has got the ability and has got the opportunity to really transform people's lives. And it's right that we get people into work. I want to see that happen. I want to protect and look after people when they're at their most fragile. You mentioned the Prime Minister. I know you speak to the Chief Whip. Have you spoken to the Prime Minister about this? Because he has been criticised by some of your colleagues for not taking the trouble to speak to MPs like you who have serious concerns about this. Have you talked to the PM? Look, I recognise the world is falling apart at the moment, and the Prime Minister has got his hands rightly full with all of those challenges. I have written to the Prime Minister, of course, over this. I've reached in. I haven't spoken to him this afternoon. Obviously, I've just been suspended. But I really do hope, I say to Keir Starmer and everyone really within our party, I'm here and I'm really willing to engage with them, because I want us to get this right. I want this to be the greatest government that has ever been. That is my ambition every day, because my constituents deserve a really good outcome from this government. So, of course, I will continue doing what I always do in this place. But did you speak to the Prime Minister in the week of that big rebellion? There was criticism that he didn't, for example, call rebel MPs or potential rebel MPs into his office, that he was a bit distant. OK, you're saying he's a busy chap with all this, all the international affairs and so on. But did he speak to you in the run-up to that vote? I didn't speak to the Prime Minister, but I did speak to the Secretary of State and ministers, because, as I say, I always push in, because I think it's really important to speak wherever we can. We are a parliament, that's about speaking, and therefore, of course, I take every opportunity of every platform to be able to do that. What happens now? You presumably will carry on the fight for your constituents. What happens now? What are you going to do next? Well, my values haven't changed, and the needs of my constituents haven't changed, and I'm really looking forward to the summer recess, being in my constituency and picking up the issues that they want me to advocate when we come back after the summer. Presumably you won't be able to attend the Labour Party conference in September if you tell me, you're a party member, perhaps